let's go ahead and get into the news. You know, it came out today that Verisign, this has been the internet kill switch plan all along. It's not going to be total internet kill. It's going to be selective. We've already seen the Justice Department, same folks that ship guns into Mexico, cocaine back in. Oh, yeah, they've been caught. Fast and Furious goes really deep. They have said that they want to be able to just kill sites individually, and the feds are already doing it. And so Verisign says worldwide, if the UN or a private group or organization ask to be able to shut your website down, no judge, no jury, no nothing, it's shut down, it's gone, goodbye, bye-bye. That's the internet kill switch selectively whenever the gods of the New World Order want to do that. But the good news is we're going to expose them, and as they attempt to censor people, it only causes folks to look for the censored information that much more. You see, freedom has a posse. Liberty's infective. And it's only when you bullies get out of control that good people go ahead and stand up and stomp your ass. I'm sorry, just thought I'd add that. But this whole Verisign situation and the internet kill switch and the cybersecurity takeover system, that's only one small piece of the larger system. So that's what I want to talk about with you tonight, right now, is just a snapshot, and we'll do further pieces on this in the future, of what the cashless society means to our culture and to our society. When everything is cashless, when everything is digital, it allows them to surveil what you're doing, track what you're doing, but also tax you, and also increase prices on things that they know people absolutely want and are demanding. You know, you've seen Bank of America and now a bunch of other banks announce that they're going to start charging you for checking accounts. Just 2 years ago, over 75% were free checking accounts. Now it's, 45% in 2011. Even though they're using your money, for every dollar you have in the bank, they can loan out 10 or more. The big bankers don't need that anymore because they've got the tens of trillions of your taxpayer bailout money that they're going to loan you at interest. They don't need your money in the bank anymore. That's why Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and others are laying off customer service people. Service sector. They only use the crony capitalist free market system to destroy our society. Now they're done with that. They're moving on to the post-industrial phase right now. And we've put together some montage of articles here where they're trying to force people on to automatic transfers, automatic payments of their paycheck. And again, as everything phases from cash being basically demonized and obsolete over to digital, over to cashless, now they can add all the fees for using a debit card, $5, or add it for using a credit card, $5, or add it for having a bank account. And this is a system where there's no underground market, there's no basic freedom, there's no anonymity or privacy. It's total and complete control over the whole society. And guess who is pushing the banker dream? Herman Cain. I learned, we'll pause it right there for now, I learned 16 years ago that the Federal Reserve had a plan and was promoting through Federal Reserve pitchmen and economists to have a sales tax and a VAT on top of an income tax. And then they had Herman Cain, former head of the Federal Reserve, one of their spokesmen, out of Kansas City, promoted for years. And they had Neil Bortz promoted, but always promised we'll get rid of the income tax too. Well, now they've admitted they're going to come in with two new taxes, VAT and sales tax. Same thing, the European Central Bank, owned by the same private bankers that our Federal Reserve is, are now bringing in. This is a pure austerity tax paid directly to the bankers. Remember, they started the income tax in 1913 only for the top 1%. They used that 99 versus the 1% propaganda again. But then by World War II, it was an automatic withholding, but it was only a temporary war tax. But it wasn't temporary. And once they cut the income tax down to 9%, then they can jack it up later. They can jack up the VAT, they can jack up the sales tax. But more importantly, a federal surveillance over all manufacturing, all value added. I mean, in England, it's over 20% now. In Europe, same thing. They're just wanting to raise it now in Europe. That gives full federal surveillance over every transaction. You think the IRS is bad now, having to fill out forms once a week and all the loopholes and garbage? And then there's a sales tax over every transaction. They're saying the poor will be exempt. So you've got to swipe a card when you buy, tracking what you did. I mean, can you imagine the nightmare of bureaucracy? How about we get rid of the income tax that we didn't have until 1913? We got the income tax a la the Federal Reserve the same year. And 100% of it, even Ronald Reagan's commission shows, goes to pay for the interest on the debt created by the Federal Reserve. And so, of course, a Federal Reserve spokesman gets up there and makes a few conservative sounds and talks bad about Obama and says he hadn't lived the black experience. And Herman Cain is more of an authentic American black man than Obama. But the point is that even though Herman Cain doesn't have a Ivy League mystique to him, he has a very charismatic, kind of black, good old boy mystique to him, kind of like a Ross Perot. He is no Ross Perot. He is the former head, not some junior member, of one of the most powerful branches of the private Federal Reserve. I mean, he is a made man in the private bankster cartel. And he's up there going, I've got a 999 plan for you. And he says in the debate tonight, I know I'll be attacked on my 999, but I'm going to go after Romney for his socialist health care plan that Obama used. The Federal Reserve endorsed that. They've endorsed the socialist Occupy Wall Street movement. They want to collectivize and get everybody under their control and siphon off most of the money. And so think about it. Only some bamboozling fake conservative could come in and pose as a Ron Paul, but actually work for the Federal Reserve and deliver them that new all-controlling tax over all human activity they want. 2 new federal taxes, VAT and a sales tax. We had some other articles up there about how devastating the VAT or a sales tax will be to this country. Look, we built this nation, like what Ron Paul says. And meanwhile, you've got the other 2 Republican so-called frontrunners, people like Mitt Romney, promoting carbon taxes that are selectively enforced to shut down non-insider coal power plants that are totally clean. In England, it's already massively increased their power, but they don't care. This is another tax paid directly to global corporations through government power. And America, if you elect Herman Cain or Barack Obama again, or Mitt Romney, or Rick Perry, you get what you deserve. The people perish for lack of knowledge. Ron Paul's got the constitutional record. He predicted all of this. He's anti-Federal Reserve. And if you want to elect a Federal Reserve made Mafia Don, the head of the 4-state area, based around Kansas City, go ahead, slit your wrist. I know, you like to fail, you like to get conned. I got it. I got it. I got it, don't worry. We're going to continue to move forward to defeat the globalist. Now I want to get into Chris Harkonnen Christie, the obese Baron Harkonnen, floating around, and his fellow corporate Malthusian, guys that want to cut all the benefits but never cut the corporate welfare and the tens of trillions of banker bailout. Chris Christie has now endorsed Mitt Romney, who was praised by Al Gore for wanting carbon taxes and wrote the Obama plan. And again, conservatives, mainline ones, love it. I mean, they love being conned. They love being gang raped. They love cashless societies. They love fluoride in their water. Just like Obama idiots love being conned by Obama and thought they'd get free cars and free houses from him. You've got Baron Harkonnen Christie endorsing, I guess, Fade Raban Romney, a little silly Dune analogy. If you're not aware of it, you haven't read the novels. The movie's pretty stupid, but so what? The point is, there you go. You love it. You got it. Again, they've sent out multiple shills to keep you away from Ron Paul. And, isn't Chris Christie great? He cut welfare. Not for the rich. I'm all for the free market. Just I'm tired of rich people getting my tax money. That's where most of it goes. It doesn't go to the poor welfare mom. She's just a ticking time bomb for the bankers that if she doesn't get her welfare check, her family's going to burn down half the city. She works with the bankers and doesn't know it. I'd rather her be free and not be on the plantation. But again, fat ass, that piece of trash, Christie, and that piece of trash, Romney, they got better plans for America. I know they want a gang raping and you want it, but just not me, okay? It's a republic. Just because you vote for tyranny doesn't mean I got to go along with it. Okay. Let's move on. Hank Williams got persecuted. Everybody's favorite hillbilly. He got persecuted for talking about Obama being a tyrant, the Republicans being evil. That's the real reason he got in trouble. He said he hates them all and pointed out that 89% of Americans hate Congress, both parties. But he's come out with a very rebellious anti-New World Order, don't tread on me, I'll keep my guns, that's the way it is, and that's what we need. I'm glad he didn't completely capitulate and bend over and apologize 100 times. He came out and said, go to hell, you can keep the change, I'll keep my liberty. So we salute Hank Williams Jr.